All right, continuing on where we left off. So we just did you try 3, combining like terms. Just going to keep practicing that here. These can get pretty involved, so I want you to see all the different ways we can combine like terms. On part A, we have the distributive property here, so we're going to go ahead and distribute first. It's going to be 10c plus 15 minus 3c plus 4. And then we can put the 10c with the minus 3c and the 15 with the 4. And that's going to be 7c plus 19. On part B, same idea. This time we're distributing, but it's a -1. If it helps, you can write a 1 there, but you don't have to. We're distributing by multiplying by -1. Everything in the front is going to stay the same. So we have 2n squared minus 9n plus 1 minus 6n squared plus n. So -1 times -n is +1n, and then -1 times -8 is +8. So when we combine like terms, we're going to put the 2n squared with the minus 6n squared. So it's going to be -4n squared. We'll put the -9n with the +1n for -8n, and then the +1 with the +8 to get +9. So -4n squared minus 8n plus 9. Now the next one, I saved this one at the top of the next page on purpose and gave it lots of space because we have fractions that need to be distributed, which can make things a little trickier. Now, as we go through and learn different things, I'll show you some tips and tricks for fractions so that you're not always having to work with them, but they're going to exist and we're going to have to know something to do with them as we learn different parts of this course. So we're going to have to distribute that just like that. The thing to remember is that anytime you have an integer, you can put it over 1. So this guy over 1. And we're going to distribute this one as well. And remember, this is over 1 and this is over 1. And you multiply for fractions, you multiply top times top, bottom times bottom. So I'm going to start way up here so I have plenty of room. We're going to do 3 times 8, which is 24, over 8 times 1, which is 8. And we'll simplify this in just a second. Then we're going to do 3 times -4p, which is negative or minus 12p, over 8 times 1, which is 8. And again, we'll simplify that in a second. Coming over to the second piece, positive 5 over 6 times 2p. The 5 is going to multiply with 2p to get a positive 10p. And the 6 is going to multiply by 1, so over 6. And then 5 times -6 is -30. Over 6 times 1 is 6. So let's take a minute and simplify everything before we combine. 24 over 8 is just 3. Negative is going to stay negative. 12 over 8 can reduce. Oh, my brain just glitched. 12 over 8, divide by 4, divide by 4. So 3 over 2. P, you put P to the side or P on the top. Either way, you're okay. Plus, so that reduces to that. 10 over 6. We divide them both by 2. That would be 5 over 3. P, again, you can put P off to the side. Minus 30 divided by 6, which is 5. So now we can start to combine like terms. The 3 integer constant minus the 5 integer constant is going to be -2. I'm going to write that kind of over here for a second. And now we need to put -3 over 2 plus 5 over 3. And this is where, when you take it off to the side, I'm going to kind of come over here a little bit. That was supposed to be a bubble. Anyway, negative 3 over 2 plus 5 over 3. I'm going to erase that squiggle I was trying to do. Don't know what I was going for there. Okay. All right, now we need to make common denominators between 2 and 3. So the LCD is 6. We're going to multiply this one by 3 over 3. We're going to multiply this one by 2 over 2. That's going to give us negative 9 over 6 plus 10 over 6, which takes us to 1 over 6. So negative 3 over 2p plus 5 over 3p ends up being, oh, made an extra mark. It ends up being positive. Okay, where'd it go? Positive 1 over 6p minus 2. Now that was a lot of work to get to that one simplification. And like I said, as we work with fractions in different ways, I will show you different methods for working with them. Okay, you want to try, you try 4. No fractions in these, so practice with A and B. Go ahead and pause the video, try both of them on your own, and then play it back to see how you did. So the first thing we want to do here is distribute that negative 3. It's going to be 10 minus 6k minus 15. Oh, man, my pen is way off today. Plus k minus 6. And then we'll go back through. Color coding can help if you need it. We're going to put the negative 6k with the positive, and you can put a 1 there if it helps, 1k. So that's going to be negative 5k. And then we're going to do 10 minus 15, which is negative 5, minus 6, which is going to become negative 11. So negative 5k minus 11 would be your final answer. And then let's try B. We're going to skip over all of this. You always want to do distribution first. And that's like following the order of operations. We multiply or divide before we add or subtract. So this is all adding and subtracting, but this is multiplying. So I'm going to multiply first. I'm going to leave the negative 8a squared plus 7a minus 12. A negative times a negative is a positive, so it's going to be positive 7a squared plus a minus 16. And when we clean all that up, we should get negative a squared. Then we're going to do plus 7a plus 1a, so plus 8a, and then minus 12 and minus 16 gives us a negative 28. So negative 1a squared plus 8a minus 28. All right, that is a very important skill to master. I believe I put an extra practice sheet in 0106 just on combining like terms. You want to be really good at combining like terms. The last objective in this section is to translate English to math. We've worked on this a little bit, and so we're going to do this a little bit more. This will help us in those application problems in 0308 just to be able to read the math as best we can. So 7 more than twice a number. More than is similar to less than, except we learned that with adding we can switch them and with subtracting we can't. So technically twice a number should come first. Twice a number being x. The unknown variable can be x or whatever letter you want, but we usually use x. So 7 more than twice a number is twice a number, and then we increase it by 7. It's okay, because this is addition, it's okay to write 7 plus 2x. The only time we cannot do that is with less than. So notice here, less than tells us we have to do this part first and then this part. We talked about that in one of the classes prior to this as well. On part B, the sum of a number, which is going to be x, and 4 times the same number, so same variable x. So the sum, So we add a number, x, plus 4 times that number, 4x. If we wanted to simplify that, we could write 5x. But the point of this exercise is to translate, so this is what they're looking for on the homework. If you'd like to at this point, you can pause the video and try this last practice, and then play it back to see how you did. Again, the only phrase we have to be really careful about is less than. When we see less than, the second part has to come first, and then the first part, because subtraction order matters. So twice a number, 2x, less than, minus, and then 5. So less than means you put whatever is second first. All right, and then the last part, if you want to make a note while I'm thinking about it, that is not the same thing, so not equal to 5 minus 2x. This is the right way to write it. This is not the right way to write it. Sometimes it helps to see what not to do to help you understand. All right, and then the last part, the sum of a number and 2 times the same number. We're just going to use x for the number. We can use y, we can use whatever letter you want to, but we're going to use x. So the sum, addition of a number, x, and 2 times the same number. So again, we're practicing writing the expressions. If you wanted to simplify that to 3x, you could, but we're just practicing changing the English into a math expression. And that's it for 1.8. So that's your last 0106 homework. Please finish that up this weekend. And the next video will start the 0308 material.